Yeah, a bit of introduction for those that watch on replay or are watching now and don't know who I am. Hello, I am Ligia and I'm the owner and artist behind A Good Idea, where I design stickers and stationery for your journals and for your planners, so that you can be more productive and live a more happy life. I'm also a mindfulness and journaling coach, and my aim is to help you heal your emotions, your thoughts, and your feelings through the power of journaling. The main question here, and that's what I've been seeing so much, in planner groups, especially your journaling groups, and among all the people that share our love for stationery and journaling and all of that, is that I know we love be addicted to stationery, but we keep buying new journals, new planners, and new notebooks all the time. So my question is, how many times, or no, how many journals and notebooks you have that you haven't finished, that still has blank pages and space for you to write on it? I would really like to know if you are like me and you also have. I know that many people do. That's what I've been seeing a lot since I joined the planning and journal community. You kind of just go and buy a new journal, buy a new notebook. Maybe not because you have a purpose for it, but might be because, even a planner, right? Because it's trendy. It's a new trend that comes in, new release from those really famous shops, or because you watched a YouTube video or an Instagram post from someone that you follow and really, really look up to, and then your enable alarm just rings. It's like, there is a link there. Let me click on it. Oops, it fell into my basket and I bought it. And then you got it, and it's so pretty, it's so beautiful. And then when you open it, it's blank pages because it's a new notebook, it's a new journal, new planner, and you feel like, oh, I really like the way so-and-so was using this planner and this journal, but now I feel like overwhelmed because it's blank, it's a blank canvas, and I needed to make it my own, and I don't want to mess it up. Yeah, so how many of you relate to that? Let me know in the comments. It's really hard to finish a journal sometimes, because when you buy a journal or a notebook or a planner, but you don't have the reason why you buy it because it's trendy, because you see someone having, and it looks so beautiful and you want it, but then you kind of give it a start. If you go past the fear and the overwhelm, you give it a start, but then you feel like you don't stick to it. You do it like a few times, but you don't finish your journal and you kind of give up. So let me know in the comments if that happened to you before. Like, you start very excited, you start your journal, you start writing on it. You can even try like different things, like using prompts, using quotes, just being creative and decorating, but then you don't go through with it. You kind of give up after a few tries and you don't finish the journal, and then you have it there, seated there, it's beautiful, but you don't use it. Let me know in the comments if that happens to you, so I can give you the reason why that might be happening to you. The reason why you buy a new notebook, even if it's out of inspiration you got from someone else, and just moving my light, out of inspiration from someone else, you bought in a whim, or even if you had the best intentions to use your journal. The reason why we keep buying journals and planners and notebooks is because we seek new beginnings. And why do I say this? A journal or a planner represents the beginning of something new. Whenever we start a new planner, whenever we start a new journal or even a notebook, is that fresh start. There is nothing written on that. Nothing. You start a new chapter. You start a new book. You start everything from scratch. Because we seek those new beginnings. We seek those, okay, that failed. I'm feeling rubbish. Or, I need a new start. I need to focus on something new. I'm going to start a new journal. Or I'm going to start a new planner. So it's July now. Many people are buying planners now that start in July. But I guarantee you, many of these planner ladies, that share our community, I guarantee you, like more than half of them, they already have a planner for this year that goes until December 2020. But they are buying planners now for July, that starts in July. Why? Because they need a fresh start. All of us, we need that fresh start, that new beginning. That's why we, like, whenever we have our birthdays, we feel like we're starting over. That's why when there is the new year, we do all the new year resolutions, and we seek the new year, just leave the year before just behind our backs. I bet so many people, me included, are going to celebrate so much the new year this year, because 2020 was really hard, and you are going to want to put this year behind your back, especially if you're having a really hard time. And you seek that new beginning. You seek that, okay, I need a new year with a new energy, a new me. And that's why, and that's what a new journal, a new planner represents to us. And most of the times we choose to have a planner or journal for different things, different categories of our lives. So we have more control of it. So we can control what we do. And okay, this part, like financial part, is not working very much. Let me start over this category. Let me start over this section of my life that I feel stuck. And then you start over. But why is that? Because whenever we seek a new beginning with a fresh new notebook, with a fresh new planner or journal, and we have this willing of, I will try again. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to try again. With a new start, I'm going to try again. It's because we are wondering. I know this is a bit deep, but it's true. It's because some part of us is lost. It's because the journal or the planner you have, but I'm focusing more on the journaling. It's because the journal you have doesn't have a purpose, like a real purpose, a why. I know I got this planner to track my spiritual journey. Okay, I got this planner to do that. I did manage to, I use it. I'm just giving you an example. That you buy a planner with the same purpose, or the purpose, or a journal, or the purpose of recording your emotions or something difficult that's going on in your life, and you do start writing on it. But because you don't have the final purpose of that journal, you don't have set a goal and what you want to change and what you need to achieve, things fall apart. That's why you fall out of love with your journal, with your planner, with your notebook. You fall out and you just put it in the shelf and you let it be there. You just let it be there, and you might be in a few years' time, you look at it, but you just like give up on it. Not because you're giving up on you, it's just because you are not clear of the changes you want to make in your life and the goals you want to achieve. And I'm not talking about career. If you have your own business, the goals you have with your business. I'm talking about more emotional side, something that you want to overcome, something that you want to heal. Maybe you want to start a family. Maybe you are through a journey like I am with my spiritual side, and you want to record about it, and you want to you have a purpose for it. If you don't have it, it's really hard for you to finish that journal and look back at it and see what you have achieved, even in the days or in the months that you felt like life was really, really difficult, and you feel stuck, you feel demotivated, you feel depressed. But if you look back, if you do use your journal regularly and you look back, you will see those achievements that otherwise just goes unnoticed for you. And with COVID, and okay, for many are very happy about lockdown being lifted from tomorrow, and you can see your friends and family again. But for many, they are still in lockdown. They will still be because they don't feel safe. For many, you don't feel comfortable talking about your feelings and your emotions, even with your closest friends and family members. So having a journal is the only way you can have a different perspective of your life and your behaviors and your emotions. Because when we talk to friends, normally the way we talk to friends or a loved one, it's a more kinder way than when we talk to ourselves. We are very self-critic. We are very harsh. And if we notice the language we use with ourselves, it's very negative. We put too much pressure on ourselves. We are too negative. We criticize our emotions and our behaviors so much. But we never do that with our loved ones and with our friends. We are so understanding. We give our advice. We're there for them. We can hear them and say, look, I know that you're going through a hard time, and I can see why, but things are not as bad as you can see. I can see this, you react in this way because this and this and this. Maybe you should try this and that. And because we are confined of being on our own more due to the pandemic, the only way of doing that, if you don't feel comfortable talking on the phone or having friends that you can share your feelings and emotions with, even if you are a shy introvert person, you might not feel comfortable doing that. You might as well feel pushed, because sometimes you might have a friend or a family member that knows you so well. He can feel that you something's going on with your life, and something's going on with you, not yourself, and they may ask, okay, I can feel that okay, what's happening? And sometimes you don't feel like talking about it, and then they might push you to talk, and you might retract even more. So having a journal, it's really, really helpful. And I'm not talking about just the bad things, just the things that overwhelm you. I'm talking about even the happy things that happen to you, small little things, kind of gratitude journal, but more in depth. Like you saying, okay, I was really scared to go outside. I had to do my grocery shopping and I was feeling so overwhelmed and I avoided it. But I really needed milk, so I really needed to go. And although I was so nervous, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, and I was okay. So you feel, when you do something out of your comfort zone, you feel such a sense of fulfillment, achievement. You feel powerful. You feel like, whoa, I made it. Like, wow, I'm so impressed with myself. But sometimes we don't say these words to ourselves, isn't it? So if we share that with our journal, that we know it's our best friend and is there for us, you can look back. If you write that, the next time you feel overwhelmed to go out again, maybe far away, maybe for a much longer time, if you look back, you have the date, you have the details there, you go back and you read that and say, no, I was nervous last time and I managed and I felt so good. So I'm going to do it again. I can do this. You know what I mean? It's having a purpose. Obviously, I would go and go and go about this and go much more in depth. But I don't want to overwhelm us too much with information. I just want to share this that came to me while I was sleeping, that, just made sense. Because if you think that every time you buy a new journal, a new notebook, a new, whatever, the emotional impact that has in our lives, if you think that you do it because you need a new start of your life, because something is not making you feel, happy, you don't feel completed, and you need some change. You need change in your life. That's why you do it. If you combine these two things, how the mindset is related with a simple thing as buying a new notebook, how powerful is that? How powerful is that? It's really, because that's going deep. That's going deep in your mindset and saying, like, something is not right. Maybe, if I have this urge, something is not right. And if you think about it, think about those people that are overspenders. So people that whenever they feel stressed out, they buy things. Or people that when they feel stressed out, they are emotional eaters. Or what is the other thing? I was looking for something else. So people that are addicted to exercise because they feel they are not in the right mind space. The other thing I was thinking about is the OCD, like cleaning the house. I remember years and years ago, and my husband is watching this, my sister is watching this, they can't tell you how a cleaning freak I was. I would clean my house from top to bottom and change the furniture around every week. Like changing the furniture around every week and clean the house every single day. And I had a toddler with me at the time. But you know what? I had depression at the time and I didn't know. And then I had anxiety. That's why they say when you have an emotion unbalance, when you're not on your right space mentally, you tend to clean the house more. People do that. I'm not saying everyone is like that, but most people, if you see with this cleaning OCD, it's because there's something deeper there. It's just not because of the cleaning. It's not, I guarantee you, it's not because of the cleaning. It's because there is something deeper. Emotions and triggers and wounds that are not being dealt with, are not being healed. And that's their outlet. It's to clean. Other people is to eat. Other people is to buy whatever, just for the sake of buying. And buying journals over and over and notebooks and stuff. It is the same thing, because we're kind of sick. A new start.